Hi, good morning. I have a very special live for us this morning. This is take two. Don't know what happened with the first one, but I'm bringing a special guest, Anastasia Gerali, to join us today. And we basically wanted to share our perspectives from growing to our first six-figure year in our coaching business, and really from a perspective of how to be a human being while you're doing it. So you're not making sacrifices that you're not willing to make or not prepared to make or don't have the bandwidth to make. Here she is. I'm gonna bring her on. Where Here we go, add. And yeah, I just wanted us to be able to share our stories with you. So hi, welcome Anastasia.
Hi, darling.
um so yeah, I'll just recap my story, and then Anastasia can tell you how it went for her, because we have a lot of similarities in the fact that we both sort of birthed our coaching businesses in the midst of a burnout. So for me, that meant I really had very low energy. I was going through, a really intense emotional healing process, and have continued to throughout building my business. I was, just finished my master's degree. I was broke. So I didn't have this whole pool of resources, whether that was financially, emotionally, or physically, to do the kind of like burn and churn business building. And yet I was still able to hit six figures, within a year of launching my coaching business. And for me, it's definitely been because I prioritized my life outside of my business and my needs as a human with desires, with a soul, with a body, with emotions. And that's been a really important part of my business strategy and the way that I work with my clients. And we'll go more into that in a second. So I'd love for Anastasia, for you to tell us your story. Yeah, from how you went from a similar position, ending your previous business in a burnout, to, hitting your first six figures in your coaching business, which just happened very recently.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, darling. So when you and I started working together, I was actually on business number three. It was the third time I'd relaunched my fashion brand, following a burnout, a divorce, bankruptcy, you name it. It was possibly the worst time, in inverted commas, for me to do that, but it was the best time. I guess because that was the first time that I took full responsibility for the role that I was playing in what I was creating. Whereas before it was all kind of like unconsciously creating and recreating the same familiar pattern. And unfortunately, as you and I have discussed, this is not uncommon for creatives and empaths and multi-passionate entrepreneurs to burn out, to struggle, to sort of drop into that hustle mode when it comes to bringing their unique gifts to the world, because there's this common collective wound that needs healing, that is the struggling artist, right? And somehow we've kind of like over romanticized this idea that the more you struggle, the more inspiration you have to draw from, when really the opposite is true. Everything feels harder and everything is harder, and all you're doing is recreating the stories that validate that you can't make a good living from the thing that you're passionate about, right? That's why everything stays a side hustle and doesn't become your actual thing, your full-time gig. And when I started working with you, as I said, that was the third business that I was launching, but that was the first time that I was taking full responsibility for the role that my mindset was playing, and especially the relationship that I had towards or with money. And that was something that, previously I hadn't really understood the mindset stuff. I guess I was kind of like new to law of attraction, and I was interested in like thinking different thoughts in order to influence my life. But that was when I started taking full responsibility for healing and rewriting and reprogramming my stored vibrational energy and my past traumas that were still influencing me. Because it's not enough to say, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, if your soul and your subconscious mind knows that you're lying. because that is where that inauthenticity comes from, and that people can feel vibrationally. And that's why so many entrepreneurs and empaths and coaches will suffer from imposter syndrome, because they know on a soul level that they're not vibrating there yet. And that's where this fake it till you make it, I feel, is like the worst possible advice that you can give someone in business, particularly in the line of business that we're in, when we're talking about sharing your soul, your soul's work, your soul's purpose with the world.
Yeah, and it's, and I really do see like money mindset comes hand in hand with trauma healing, because it's those patterns and those stories that, we pick up from whatever shaped our thought systems around our self-worth, around our ability to earn, around whatever it is that we value, the things that we're passionate about, how we make money, our capacity to make money, culturally, from families. But it's the way that those thoughts and those belief systems become embodied and are influencing our habits, are influencing our fear responses, that, essentially is like the number one thing that influences the action that we take and the energy that we bring when we take that action. So, it's so important to be listening to our bodies, because those are the things that, what it feels like when you're in alignment. When that inspiration comes in, when it feels really exciting to you and it matches with the belief that that's possible for you right now. Like, you see the potential, you believe in your capacity to create that potential in that moment. I think everybody can resonate with that feeling when things just feel aligned and there's not a shit ton of resistance, there's not a shit ton of stories. And, we get to navigate our businesses using our body and as it's kind of like as a divination tool for alignment, to guide us through the path of least resistance in whatever way is going to work for us, whatever resources are available to us, using the skills that we have. And everybody's different, right? Everybody has different skills. Everybody has different resources. Everybody's going through different things in their life. And so that's really where the self-trust piece has to become your number one business strategy, because, I can tell you like a tick list of exactly everything that's worked for me, but maybe one piece of it won't work for you, and then you'll experience resistance. So it's really about cultivating self-trust as a strategy, taking care of our bodies, taking care of our nervous system. And and I think it's so cool that that's what Anastasia's gone on to specialize in. So do you want to talk a little bit about the work that you've done as a clinical hypnotherapist and how that plays into supporting people to expand, to be able to create more abundance?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a rapid abundance activator. That's my title. That I'm claiming that, I'm owning that, and I love, love, love what this work can do for people. And you and I have been working together for a while, so you've experienced that as well, which I feel so many entrepreneurs and coaches will experience when they reach that invisible glass ceiling that we all talk about, or when we start to set milestones. For me, it was a milestone. It was that 10K month income milestone that I kind of like placed up on a pedestal, like, oh, that equals success. That means that I'm doing something right. And as you said, there's no one size fits all when it comes to the formula for success, when it comes to the formula for expansion. And this is where really tapping into your super conscious, tapping into your super genius is where things can unfold to you and through you. Because as you so eloquently said, we are just vessels for this work to be born through. You are never going to be the first and only person to deliver something, but you absolutely can and will be the first and only person to deliver it exactly the way that only you can deliver it. And that is your superpower. We fall into these sabotaging patterns really of compare and despair, and then also trying to play catch up and watching what everybody else is doing and how they're doing it, and trying to apply a formula that works for them onto us and onto our business and onto create that structure in our life, maybe sometimes from the outside looking in, maybe even we might be working with other coaches to help us to apply or implement that formula with no results or not as fantastic results. And I've been there where I was doing all the things, working with all the coaches, applying all the strategies, doing all the marketing, all the social media, just everywhere all the time, hustle, 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 and really finding that I was working more on my business than in my business, when the only thing I wanted to do was just deliver the work that is being born through me, and to help my clients to reach their next level. But you can't give what you don't have. If you don't have that creative expansiveness, if you don't have that absolute flow and fluency of understanding, trusting, and following through with aligned action, with your vision, your bigger vision, not your ego vision, then it's going to be very difficult for you to create those results. And that's where we talk about resistance. I don't think resistance is a bad thing. I think resistance is a big flag to tell you what you need to work on in order to step into that downstream flow where things become easy and, more importantly, fun.
Yes. And that leads me perfectly onto what I wanted to talk about next, which is the strategy that has worked the best for me is just following the fun. And also I loved what you said about, you know, really our creativity is our greatest asset. And I think that's like, that's the message that I'm so passionate about sharing with creative people, because like me, you have felt stuck around money, you have felt disempowered, or like you're not good enough, or you don't have the skills, or you're not good at selling, or it's really hard to talk about what you do in a way that you know brings in the dream clients and the opportunities that you're dreaming of, that you're really craving. Like I've been there every single step along the way. And the thing is matching when you're creative, like you are so good at creating something out of nothing. You're so good at being resourceful, at, you know, leveraging relationships, leveraging your skills, leveraging your energy and your passion. So it's about bringing that capacity to the conversation around money, to be able to make money, to be able to share that passion and enroll people into your vision and make the sales, to be able to articulate confidently what you're about, your mission, your passion, in a way that attracts the right people and makes it super easy for them to want to buy from you. And it's really about that, making that, just closing that gap in the mindset. And really like recognizing that our creativity is our number one asset, and our creativity comes from self-care. It comes from taking care of our body, listening to the signs, you know, seeking out the shifts and the support when it feels like there's some resistance cropping up, and there's obviously something incongruent there that wants to be released, that wants to be shifted. So and you know, fun is the thing that will, when you allow that to drive your decision making, it's always going to guide you to the thing that's going to work for you, the thing that's going to work the most easily, the thing that's going to be the most fun, the thing that's going to get you there the fastest. So I'm super excited to dive even deeper into the specific tools and processes that we have both used in order to go from burnt out, broke, and disenchanted with wherever we were, to having really like a dream business, hitting 6 figures, doing it in a way that was super fun, that was super aligned in our own unique way around the things that we are genuinely passionate about. And we're going to be sharing it all with you in a free wealth expansion masterclass next week. So definitely drop a comment below, send us a message, and we'll send you the link to sign up for that. It has limited spots. It's going to be amazing. It's a full 2-hour workshop with the both of us, going deep on everything that we've been talking about today. And it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, we are 60% full right now. So it's first come, first serve. If you are serious about getting to that next level in terms of wealth expansion, in terms of creative expansion and creative generation, then this is the masterclass for you. This is for coaches, healers, light workers, creative entrepreneurs that are ready to rewrite some of those old limiting programs, and especially around their relationship with money. Because actually in the work that I've been doing, when we work on a subconscious level, when someone says that they have a money block, what that actually is a receptivity block, right? The money is never the issue. It's your ability to receive, which is exactly what Sarah and I are going to be talking about and sharing with all of you.
Yay. Thank you so much for coming on here and chatting today, Anastasia. It was amazing to see you as always. Thank you everybody for watching. Please leave comments, anyone who's watching the replay, and definitely come and join us in the masterclass next week. Lots of love.
See
Have
you
an
on the
amazing day.
92.
Bye.
Bye.